Also, how did you get here? How did you know I was in the Enclave? What was that portal? Can you open portals anywhere? Why not just...
Everything. I pinky promise.
Light save me.
Alright, we're back to Dreamfall chapters, and you know, I'm not really sure where this game can go from here. Just when I thought things were over, there's more, which I will say there are some unanswered questions, so I'm glad to say that it's not over. Like, Saga, like, does she even know that her dad was, like, the evil dark guy? It seems like she was like, oh, well, all this was already supposed to happen, you know, and it's like, okay, well, if that's true. Do you know about your dad, or do you not know about your dad? I mean, it sounds at one point like she didn't know. She's like, oh, her dad hasn't been there in a while, but she didn't really ever bring it up, which is kind of odd. I mean, I guess if she knew about it and had time to, you know, be okay with it, she maybe, I don't know. But you know what I mean? There's things like that, like, is Kian just done now? But, I mean, you heard the Mother Utana, the one that stabbed him, be like, oh, yeah, well, the prophet's gone, but, you know, that's okay. We'll just keep going ahead on plan. To, like, well, what's planned? Vermon, he's no longer with us. He got shanked on the shore, which, truthfully, I can't say he didn't deserve that, but damn. And then, so many questions. I wonder how the red-headed girl will deal with Kian maybe not being around anymore. Is Kian gone for good, or it seems like he popped up in the same world that Zoe was traveling in at one point. It looks like he's going to basically follow in her footsteps now. At least the room looked reminiscent of that, but it's hard to say. Anyway, let's jump back into it. Alright, we're back. This kind of looks like... Wait a minute. You know what? Now that I think about it, this looks like the, Resistance place, at least from the room perspective, which makes me wonder, whatever happened to Inu? Did she actually die? Did she not die? Because at one point it suggested, like, oh, Inu's fate is closely linked with this other character based on a decision you made. And I'm thinking to myself, well, okay, does that mean Inu's still around, or is she not around? I don't know. And then this room looks like the room that Kian was in before he was scheduled to be, I think, hung or executed in some way. And yet, at the same time, it also looks kind of like that room that Zoe was in earlier that had the, like, little table with, like, the memoirs of, what's his name, Brian Westhouse, the prophet guy. So where the hell are we? And is there anything that I should be looking at before I leave this room? It's one hell of a mural, though. Alright, well, let's head on out. I'm not sure what I'm gonna find here. This looks like the Resistance place, but if that's so, wouldn't everybody be gone? These people are in the same spot they were last time, question mark.
Their war isn't over yet, and there's much to do before Mercuria is truly at peace. But they deserve respite.
So we are in the Resistance spot. Maybe we'll see Inu here, or maybe we won't?
They've gained their second wind now. The restoration won't be painless, but the hardest part is over.
The restoration? Well, I mean, like, that's all fine and dandy, but, like, does that mean that we were here after what happened? But Kian should be dead unless this is, like, an alternate world where everybody that didn't make it is here. I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to look around before I go in there. Let's just check around the room just to see if we miss anything. There's a library, if I recall, down this way. Oh, wow. Giant chunk of the wall's missing there. Yeah, so this must have been after what happened then. Oh, wow. They burnt the library to the ground. There's books everywhere. Inu was outside the door of one of these places, was she not? And I hope Inu didn't get hurt. Inu is one of the cool characters. I'd like to know more about her, if anything. She really didn't have that many big parts, though. Some people might find her annoying, but I don't know. Her personality was kind of out there, and I liked it. Hello. Can I talk to you? I cannot. What about you? Nope. You know, this is quite a cool place, even though I haven't really looked around. There used to be like a giant skull head or something up there. Oh, it's on the table now. Memorial for Rebels. Oh, hey, there's Liko. But wait, he didn't die, did he?
Are you going to kill me now?
I did swear an oath, Azadi.
You did. And if you choose to do so, I won't fight you. I won't fight my brother.
I believe the gods may be willing to turn a blind eye to my commitment.
Good. I'm glad you have forgiving gods.
I share the sentiment.
So, what now, Liko? Where to next?
This war is just starting. You need people you can trust standing with you. I thought maybe I'd join you in Azadir.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with you joining me. Why would we
I
make him
could
stay
use
here?
Liko's help in Sadir. And we've grown close. He's needed here in Mercuria more than I need him in Sadir.
I mean, who am I to say where he belongs, but he sounds like he wants to come with us, so why
I
not?
could use Liko's. I think that sounds like a good idea. We need to unite my people and yours. And I can imagine no better man at my side than you, Liko.
Likewise.
Aw.
So when do we leave?
As soon as possible. Utana fled the city with the first. I don't believe the Six have any idea they've been deceived. Even without the Prophet, the Masked Council has amassed enough power to make them a formidable enemy. Utana will be in control of Azadir when she returns there. We can't pull the entire Azadi army out of Mercuria without creating unrest. Half the troops will need to stay behind to ease the transition, but it'll have to do. We have the light on our side. Civil war seems inevitable, but we walk with the goddess, and our enemies are blinded by the shadow. We will prevail, and the mother will have to pay for her crimes. We're bringing Naane. She asked to come along. She can be of good use to us. I'm going to ask Enu to step up and take over some of Shepard's tasks here in Mercuria.
A wise choice.
I believe so, if she accepts.
She'll do anything for you.
The restoration will take time, and it won't be complete before all the magicals are back in the city. The ones who want to return. But perhaps that's for the best. Trust between humans and non-humans will need to be restored first. I wish I could stay to help, but my mission isn't here. I need to look west now.
Just say the word. I'm ready, Kian. Brother.
We'll leave soon. I just have to say my goodbyes first.
Aw, they're like good friends now. That's awesome.
I'm happy to see you back on your feet.
Oh, it was touch and go for a while. I guess I got lucky. Either that or one of the 19 deities I loudly cursed while bleeding to death finally paid attention. Once they got Naane out of her cell, she was able to do her magic. There's still pain, but it could have been worse. So much worse. Gugum. 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 Blah. In a way, I'm sorry I wasn't there to see things through to the end. I feel like I let everyone down.
We wouldn't have made it this far without you, Enu. You let no one down.
Thanks. You? Don't leave.
This war isn't over.
I know, but don't leave. We can't fix things here without you. And without Shepard? And with Liko going away with you, I mean, who will be in charge? Who's going to make the right decisions and secure peace between humans and magicals and...
You will.
Wait, what? Me? How? What?
You're the strongest and bravest person I know. With you here, the Resistance will do fine.
I don't... But... No, you see, I haven't... Huh?
The others trust you and admire you. They'll listen to you. You've proved yourself.
Okay, now you're going to make me cry. That's not fair.
You'll be fine, Enu.
Oh, okay, here we go. Floodgates wide open.
Goodbye, Enu.
I love you. I mean, in a friendly way. I mean... Screw it.
Aw. I've always been saying her name wrong. Inu? It's Enu? God, I'm not gonna remember that. Forgive me if I say it wrong a mazillion times. Mazillion's not a word, Tyler.
Goodbye, Kian Alvane. Prophet, General, whatever else you're going to accomplish with your life, and I'm sure you will accomplish a lot. Good luck with everything. Go save your nation. Okay, all right. We have so much work to do.
Oh.
Hey,
Who are you? Where do you come from?
the Ether. I followed the songlines here. I walk between worlds. I'm Saga.
Saga. Thank you for saving my life, Saga.
The choices I've made led me down this path, to Kian Alvane at just the right time. Every action played a small part in saving his life. I guess you could say it's fate that I ended up where I was supposed to end up, not due to any actions on my part, but because the universe decided.
I mean, that may be true, but you didn't exactly have to do it. You had the free will to be like, nah, you know what? I just want to sleep in today. You could have not gotten out of bed.
Fate, choices, I don't know. It might have played out differently, if not for a whole lot of coincidences along the way.
That's actually true, I'd say.
The choices I've made led me down this path, to Kian Alvane at just the right time. Every action played a small part in saving his life.
I would also agree with that. I think it's a bit of random mixed with a little bit of decision making, because I don't think it's all random. I mean, you actually had to make the choices, and those choices make a difference, whereas if you were going to just say, well, the choices don't matter, it's just random, that doesn't seem right to me. I kind of agree with both, but I don't know if one really speaks to what I mean by
The choices I've made led me down this path, to Kian Alvane at just the right time. Every action played a small part in saving his life.
I kind of agree with that, too. I'm going to say...
Fate, choices, I don't know. It might have played out differently, if not for a whole lot of coincidences along the way.
I kind of agree with that, but I also think the choices you make can strongly influence them as well. I'm going to still go with this one, because I think this one says closer to what I'm talking about.
You're welcome.
Without you, I wouldn't be here today. The Resistance would have failed.
Perhaps. Anyway, thanks for saving the world, then.
I think our friend Zoe deserves much of the credit for that.
I hope she pulled through.
I'm sure she did. If not, I would know. We all would. She's...
Important? Oh, yes.
How did you know to be in the right place at the right time?
Does it matter?
Whatever the reason, maybe I don't want to know. Who is this woman? Her secrecy and lack of respect is frustrating.
She's just doing her.
Does it matter?
I'm not gonna lie though, I do want to know what happened, but I
Who
don't
is
wanna,
this woman?
like, yell at
Her
her
secrecy and lack of... Does it matter? Whatever the reason, maybe I don't want to know. Does it matter?
Yeah, I kind of want to know.
Of course it matters. You showed up with the medicine I needed. Did anyone send you...
It'll take a while to explain. We can cover it on the road to Sadir.
Sadir?
Capital of the Azadi Empire, situated where the 6 rivers meet the...
Stop playing games, woman.
I'm coming with you.
What? Why?
Because that's how the story goes. It's been written, and we can't change that now. We have a war to win. And then, in another decade or so, there's going to be an even bigger war. You'll definitely need me for that one. Us. You'll need us. It's been foretold, Bloodless King, for thousands of years. Seriously, I promise I'll cover all of it when we have some quality time to ourselves. Oh, and one last thing. You may not like this one, yet. You're going to adopt me.
Adopt? What?
I'll need a name, in Azadir, a surname, otherwise I won't be useful to you. No one listens to a nameless person, and it's not like we can just get married. So you adopt me and bring me into your family, and I take your name and become a princess. Saga Alvane. I like the sound of that. I've never had a surname. We didn't need one.
What are you talking about?
Again, I'll explain soon as we leave. And we should leave soon, because Sadir needs you.
Goddess. Yes. Yes. To Sadir. But unless you explain everything, I'll toss you overboard before we're halfway there. Understood?
I can live with that.
Good. Adopt. Mm-hmm. Also, how did you get here? How did you know I was in the Enclave? What was that portal? Can you open portals anywhere? Why not just...
Everything. I pinky promise.
Light save me.
I don't know if I made the right decision there, because I didn't want to go with the, like, oh, everything happens for a reason, but I also didn't want to go with the, no it doesn't. I kind of wanted to go with the more of, like, well, yeah, I think your choices matter, but, I think you guys could get what I was going for. I think the random choice might have been more about what I was looking for. It's a 50-50 guess on my part, because I don't feel like they were clear-cut enough. But I am curious. I am curious about what
Good
she
morning,
means
sunshine.
by all this.
Oh no, not again.
I promise you, it's for real this time. Do you need anything? Do you need water? The curtains closed, or...
No, it's okay. The sun, it's good.
The doctor said you'd be waking up. I wanted to be here when you did, to explain.
Did we win?
We're still here, and the bad guys are gone, so I guess we did.
What happened at the end? There was a bright light, voices, and nothing. Darkness, and then, well, this.
I don't know. That thing that came through, it wasn't human. It tossed me aside like I was nothing. I'm lucky I wasn't killed. I tried to get back on my feet, but then there was a blinding flash of light. And when it faded, it only took a second or two, and then there was just you. No one else. I thought you were dead.
And Helena?
Gone. Perhaps that thing... Anyway, she won't be back. If she survived, she'll stay away. There's too many people want her locked up. Or dead.
Watticorp. Are they still after me?
Oh no, they've got enough problems on their hands. Your friend Sully broke the story. They've been linked to the suicide bombing in Propast, to political payoffs, to corruption, and their plans for the Dream Machine were exposed. No one's going to want to log back in anytime soon. The Syndicate's under pressure from the other corporations because of their relationship with Wati. DI is under investigation too. They've pulled their operatives from Europolis. That article made shockwaves. Sully sounded really happy when he called. He'll be even happier when he hears you're awake. Watticorp will probably survive. The Dream Machine will not. And without that, they couldn't care less about you. About us.
That's good. And Reza, is he...
When Eingana was destroyed, DreamNet shut down. Wati could no longer control him. He's okay. Confused, but okay. I called him this morning. He's on his way down.
Good. Dad, what were you doing in Mumbai with that woman?
I didn't know any other way. Unless I cooperated, Wati was going to take you away. Helena convinced them to let us bring you to the lab. They believed we were working on improving DreamNet, while Helena was secretly working on her project. Altering reality.
How?
Use entangled particles to affect the quantum state of dream time. in order to reshape the physical universe. Change dreams, change reality. Helena spent 30 years on this project. We were partners. But it was always her project, her theories. I'm not sure I ever believed it would actually work, but she was determined, and I...
You made me.
We did. I don't know if you'll ever forgive me for not telling you the truth, but you began life as an experiment. Our goal was to create an individual capable of existing in both realities, the physical and the dreaming. Someone who could change the world with a single thought, with dreams. But it didn't work. You were just a child. To your mother, you were an asset she could use and discard, but you were my little girl. That's why I left. You were only 2 years old. Helena had given up on you. In exchange for my share of Jiva, she let me take you away. I thought it was over. I didn't know she'd come back for you.
There's too much to process right now. I can't. I'll need time. And I'll need the whole story, from beginning to end, all the way back.
Of course. I'm really sorry, Zoe. I let you down again.
Dad, stop. You did what you had to do to save me. I still need to understand exactly what happened, but I don't blame you. Where are we? Still in Jiva's Mumbai lab?
No. This is the real deal. We're back home. Back in Casablanca.
Okay, good. I want to stay.
In the hospital?
I want to go home. To our house. I miss home. I miss you, Dad.
I've missed you too. Of course you can come home, sweetheart.
But I'll be asking tons of questions, and I expect honest answers. No more protecting me from the truth, okay?
Okay.
Right now, though, I just want to sit here and watch the sunlight. I'm sick of sleeping. Sick of dreaming. I want to be awake.
Five years later. Hey, is that Crow? Is that a baby Crow? Oh my gosh, if that's Crow, like, reincarnated, that's so cute! Looks like what she said happened was gonna happen, and it did, apparently. Wow. Dude, is that Keon's world? That's crazy looking. Dude.
Tried to get out of here for years. No longer know what I'm doing. Will I just disappear?
Well, there's Wonkers.
I'm getting scared and my heart starts pounding. I try to scream but there's no sound. I am falling. I'm falling.
Oh, she's pregnant.
My feet hit the ground. I am falling. I'm falling. But I'm not going down.
Hey, you.
Am I awake or am I dreaming?
So she stayed with Reza, but that could have ended differently. And we also gave the papers like, we took him from Baruti, I think his name was, the guy with, like, the blue robotic head, and gave him to that, like, newspaper company, and I thought that might have been a mistake, but now I'm starting to wonder, like it seemed like that was the right decision. Those who walk between worlds. Epilogue. Alright, Saga's place. A long, long time from now. Is that Roperclax? That's it, what his name is, right? Oh no, that's her. That's Saga's.
Every year,
Oh, wow.
it gets colder. Now let's see if we can't put some life into you.
That's Saga, and she's quite old. How long has it been? Let's look around for a minute.
Our bloodless king. He did not enjoy that throne, but he never complained. Not to me, at least. Even my endless teasing couldn't faze him.
There's Liko.
Now, there's a face I haven't seen in a long time.
We can touch it, though.
My dearest Kian, I miss our long conversations. I even miss how every single one of my jokes passed over your head.
You're about to turn your head backwards, damn. So based on her age, Kian was older, so does that mean Kian's gone now?
I'll leave that hanging where it is. Not bad for a 7-year-old with no idea of what was happening to her and why she was having such vivid dreams. I'll leave them up. After all, Papa isn't around to tell me to clean up and bring them to my room. Brave Zoe. It couldn't have been easy getting caught up in events and wanting nothing more than a quiet, normal life. From what I've heard, she lived a long and fulfilling life. And I know she passed the dream on, or all this wouldn't be. Hugsy. He's the only creature in this little world of ours older than... What's that, Hugsy? You miss Papa? Oh, I miss him too, old buddy.
I think she knows about her dad and what happened, because she knew everything else.
Oh, dear old Hugsy. You're barely holding together. Now that my life's winding down, I feel like I'm just beginning to understand song lines. But at least here they are, charted and documented. Someone may benefit from my experiences.
I'll try to zoom in on that, but I don't know how well that's going to come in.
I would so like to go, but not now. It's hard sometimes to separate my own memories from what I've read and heard. April's journeys are vivid to me, but also dreamlike. This was April's. I'm not sure how that's possible or how it ended up here, but I feel her presence in this. I mean, I always feel her presence. That's inevitable. But there is something about this talisman.
I hope that's not something bad. What's this?
His feathers are a lot grayer these days, poor thing. He hates growing old even more than I do.
Crow. Sounds like he came back as a baby bird and now is aging again.
Thank the worlds I learned to play the guitar, or I might never have discovered the song lines. I'm too busy to call on the song lines tonight. But Perhaps another day, when my legs don't hurt.
That's fair. There's a lot of stuff in here to look at.
The complete history of the War of the Balance and the Reunification of Worlds, volumes 1 to 13. I've yet to make it all the way through, I'm afraid. That's a tale for another occasion. The twin worlds became one, and decades of strife and unrest followed. Many perished, but it had to be so. Magic and science could not be divided forever.
I see.
Worlds like that one are jarring. Everything just slightly off. It's like it was designed to keep me on edge, and I have such a hard time understanding post-physicals.
I think I kind of get what's going on. Not that I can really explain it, but I think I get it.
She came to me when I was a child. She spoke to me, comforted me. The Secret Lives of Stickman. I'll sit down and read later, with a good cup of tea from a floating tea. The people of Stark got a sneak peek of what reunification would be like with the collapse. For most, it was not a pleasant experience.
Very true. Ooh, what's this?
Still so many worlds unvisited, so many universes left to traverse. But time's running out for me. There. Oh, yes, I remember that place. And that strapping Coruscant farm boy. It was an enjoyable 2 weeks. Until his wife returned.
Oh. That's no good.
I like to think Papa found Mama in the end. And that they lived out their lives together somewhere green and beautiful. I miss you guys. So much. Why did you never come back to me, Mama? Were you really not able to find your way? Or did something else happen? Did you forget about us?
I still wonder if it's that one lady from the other world, that lady that saved the Inu, the one that Liko wanted to kill, but we ended up saving. Her name was like Nan or something, Naan or something like that. Can I touch it?
I could never write as well as she did, so I stopped trying. Oh, Papa. Trying to keep me here with wards and old magic. I must have been such a handful for him, and a royal pain in the ass.
As most children are.
They wouldn't do me much good. Those wards are long gone. One of my favorite worlds, vast and beautiful. It took me days to walk there, across treacherous song lines, avoiding discordants and bell strikers. I prefer my worlds three-dimensional, thank you very much. The dead walked in that world. They were exceedingly polite, but it still creeped me out no end. One of my older works. I must have painted that when I was in my late teens.
The painting that started it all. Either that or actually, I think that painting was when we got back, but I don't remember. I remember she said she didn't like it or something, though.
I won't mess with this one, but I think I'd like to revisit this particular scene in a painting. Perhaps something that goes further back, to the beginning of the journey. Dragons and dreams. One of the sylvan worlds. Beautiful and peaceful, as always. So naturally, I grew bored again.
So it looks like you've experienced quite a bit in your adventures, haven't you? Alright, I think the only thing we have to do now is light the fire, because I looked at everything else. Actually, is there anything in the center of the room that I didn't see? Oh.
Rose loved to tinker with her creations. Now, where did those dragonflies of hers go?
Oh yeah, I remember her. She was the lady on the, like, dragon boat or whatever. The one that had, like, robotic, dragonflies that she made.
I'll make some tea to go with the shortbread later, after my guest has left.
But who's your guest? Unless I'm your guest. I don't see anyone else here. Maybe we are. Alright, let's go ahead and mess with the fire. Oh? I hear something on the window. Crow, is that you? You're not gonna eat me alive, whatever you are, right?
It's freezing out there.
Hey, it's Crow.
You should not have let me go outside. Brr.
You're a big boy. What imbalance were you thinking?
Fresh air. And I was going a bit stir-crazy inside.
You know very well it's not safe. Paths shift with the wind between worlds, and the song lines are fragile things at the best of times. One discord, and you could end up lost forever. Just like...
You worry too much, old woman.
Oh, old woman, huh? You're no spring chicken yourself, Bird.
Oh, bird me. I've survived worse. Anyway, time to dry my cold feathers by a roaring fire while I enjoy a saucer of sweet sherry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. You can't.
What? I can't what?
Be here.
You're not serious. You're serious.
I'm receiving a visitor, and she mustn't see you. There'll be too many questions. Questions I can't easily answer.
And who, pray tell, is this very important visitor?
I will tell you. Afterwards. Go upstairs and warm yourself by the chimney. It won't be too long.
After all these years, I get no respect. No, don't say anything. It's fine. I'm going upstairs. Just don't expect me to come back down again later. Or ever.
I'm
you know you love
making
that.
shortbread.
Call me when it's ready.
That didn't take much. Rest your legs in the comfy chair, but we have visitors. We must go check the door. Actually, we're locked off from the other areas. We can't go through there, I assume. And wow, she walks at breakneck speeds. I mean, I guess she's old, but damn it, we've got places to be, damn you. Alright, let's sit down.
It's the comfy chair.
Oh, look at her staff. It looks like Dobby from Harry Potter. Looks just like him. Let me guess, are you Zoe's daughter?
Welcome,
Question mark?
April Ryan.
Oh. Oh. Was that to keep Crow out? Or was that to keep her out? Or maybe she won't remember Crow. What the fuck? Oh, that's where they ended it. Oh, how can you do that? That's not right. Oh, I heard there's games before this one. Like, I think there's 2 more before this one that I didn't know about. Somebody actually told me when I was like halfway playing through this game. And I actually asked myself, should I go back and play those? Like, would you guys be interested in seeing kind of like the prequel of what's been going on before like this point? Because it might fill in some of the blanks that not only I don't know, but it might fill in some of the blanks that you guys don't know. And maybe by the time I finished all of that, maybe they'll come out with the next game. Or maybe they never will. I hope they do, because that's such an awesome game. I mean, even if that's where it ends, like, I'm okay with that. That was such a great story. I expected it to end sooner after everything that happened. I didn't expect to get that much, I guess, closure to the story, but I'm really happy with the way that ended. The only question I have is, like, well, what exactly happened to Brian Westhouse and the mother of Zoe? Oh, look at that face in the picture there on the right. I don't remember seeing anybody like that. But anyway, I don't know, man. That was a journey. That is a long game. That is a lot longer than I expected this game to be when I first, like, saw it. And I was like, that looks like a cool game. God, maybe I should try that. What the hell? I was not expecting this. I mean, it was a pleasant surprise, mind you, but... oh, man. I don't even know what to think about that. This was just... What do you guys think? Is there anything that wasn't, like, explained that maybe you guys want to know more about? There is one thing that I'm a little curious about, and I'm assuming it comes from, like, the previous games, is, at the very beginning of the game, there's this girl that's, like, singing, and she's one of the magicals. She's like a little girl, and she's, like, singing really pretty. And then it shows a bunch of stuff that happens with, I think actually Zoe might have been one of the people there. She was, like, dead, floating along on a canoe, and, like, all of the characters I think we've seen thus far were, like, kind of, like, sitting there and watching. So either that happened before, or I thought it was gonna happen later, but I'm like, now I'm kind of like, what was that about? But I want to let the credits play through so you guys can see the pictures that show up in the picture frame, because I don't know exactly what they're going to show and whether or not it's relevant. Because, like, one of those pictures, that guy with the teeth they showed a while back, I don't recognize him. I don't know what he's supposed to be or where he came from. Anyway, this has been one hell of an adventure.
I know I can be a bit of a troll. I don't know where we're going. Don't just say you love me, show me. I got you, but I'm lonely. I don't know, I can't tell. It's like you no longer know me. Perhaps you know me too well. I'm afraid you've outgrown me. I'm at the end of my rope. I just want you to hold me. Don't just say you love me, show 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 me. I don't even know where to start. I'm just a guy with guitar, trying to make sense of it all. Everything just seems so banal, but there's no need to stay up and ponder. Get out there before it's all gone. I know it's not that easy, such a mind fuck. Oh, believe me, I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying not to let go. I'm trying to keep going. Trying. I still don't really know who I am After all of these years of goddamn, we're just spinning around in the dark, orbiting around a dying star. But there's no need to lay down and cry, not going anywhere, it's just right. If I don't know where I am.
Alright, guys, well, that seems to be the end of things. But, do you think there'll be another game? And if so, would you like to see it? Anyway, let me know if you guys would like to see me play the games that came before this or not, because if not, I might not go to them right away. It might be quite some time, but if I hear enough people are enjoying it that they would like to hear of it sooner, then I'll probably try to get it and see what I can work out for that. But, as always, I'll see you guys next time.
From the secret shadows of dawn, there's a darkness to disguise. The simple thought I recognize.